When you're trying to build a digital marketing agency, one of the most challenging things as a beginner is to figure out how to actually get leads, especially ones that are interested in purchasing your services. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down a strategy that shows exactly how to attract qualified, interested prospects that want to do business with you and make the entire sales process way easier than anything else you've ever seen before. So if you're brand new here, my name is Matt Wacek. I'm the CEO and founder of Landscape Marketing Pros. We're a digital marketing agency currently doing just over $30,000 in monthly recurring revenue. I make this content because I really wish someone had this information for me 5-6 years ago when I was trying to get everything started, trying to get my marketing agency off the ground. And so you can use this entire process, whether you're doing SMMA, SEO, selling website design services, pay-per-click ads, doing drop servicing, whatever combination of services that you're doing and offering your clients, this strategy will work. Now, this might take me 5 to 10 minutes to get through this entire presentation. And if you're someone who needs crazy interactive stuff jumping out at you on the screen, then I'm probably not your guy and this isn't the channel for you. But if you actually want to get something that's going to get you results, pay attention to this video. And if you're someone who's looking to get more step-by-step guidance on how to build a 6-figure digital marketing agency, what I encourage you to do is go down below, click the first link in the description or the pinned comment down beneath this video, register for our webinar and watch that broadcast end to end. It's gonna show you how we utilize a technique called HVA to attract, close, and retain clients and build a sustainable, recurring revenue-based marketing agency that provides you location and financial independence. So again, first link in the description, pinned comment. So let's get into the topic at hand. How can we actually get clients and how can we get them coming to us? All right, so step number one with getting leads and converting them into clients in 2023 for digital marketing agency is going to be selecting a niche. So whether you've been a generalist for the last 5 years, you're just getting started, or whatever it is you're doing, I can't stress enough how important it is to niche down. This has made me hundreds of thousands of dollars in the past couple of years, and it's going to do similar to you if you put in the work and actually stay focused and stick with it. Because of the fact that when you are getting started, or maybe you've been a generalist working with 10 different types of companies, it's very difficult to scale. And even if you do offer just the same service program, it's just website SEO, or it's just pay-per-click ads with a landing page, or whatever your program is, there are still so many other things that have to be done when you're working with a roofing company versus a siding company, or versus a deck building company, or a dental office, or a chiropractor. All those different things take a ton of time and energy to build out each time, and it's a never-ending learning process. Granted, yeah, of course, learn always, but when you do with one specific industry, ideally a real perfect client avatar that's very refined, then you have that system in place, those 2 different service programs. The process is basically repeatable and scalable, and it's practically a template for each and every single client. It's very easy to do and replicate, so when you have employees and that stuff in the future, it's really simple to just continue scaling. That is the importance of it on the operations side. And of course, on the sales side, it's very easy to convert clients because they see you as the authority, especially when you have testimonial videos. I have a video that's coming out very soon about inbound marketing versus outbound, and some of the conversations I've had recently with clients who we closed just very recently, just a couple days ago, almost $4,000 in additional monthly recurring revenue. And they straight up said in the sales call, we saw your videos, saw all the testimonials, I want to win with my business. With being at that level, what are you looking to do to be able to make that happen? Build it basically 4x your business?
Geez, I'm just pretty much at this point where I'm at in this state, I'm pretty much like open to all ideas. Hence the meeting with you, Matt, because I've seen the success stories you had, and it's just like, if those guys did it, there's got to be somewhere I can fit in too. I got to have a chance at least, so I'm hoping, that after this meeting, that just something that we can actually move forward with, because there are some areas that you have that I don't have. And, I just really need that help.
And so as I was editing, I realized how incredibly powerful these couple statements were from the prospect who is now a client, because they signed on for $2,000 a month. Having the prospect in this position is the difference between you being able to charge a premium for your services and fighting for scraps for a $500 a month client. And you're being looked at under a microscope based on how good your rankings are, as opposed to helping them get their end result, which is more sales. Powerful stuff. I don't want to make this video longer than it already is, so comment below #salescall or #salescall analysis, and I'll do a video breaking this down, because the psychology behind this is so incredibly powerful, and has been one of the biggest difference makers from me being stuck at about $6,000 a month to now over $30,000 a month. So comment that below. It's so incredibly powerful when you are niched down, and And yes, there are companies out there that are generalists, but they probably have 50, 60, 100 employees or more, and they can afford to do that. You don't have the time to do that when you are a single owner operator, or maybe you have a VA doing stuff for you or whatever it is. So bottom line, one industry, narrow down your client avatar with who exactly that may be, and 1 to 2 service programs that are going to allow your clients to win and have no problem wanting to continue paying your company every single month for ideally years on end. So the second step in attracting leads and converting into clients in 2023 is going to be building a website for your niche agency. And so this probably doesn't sound like it's groundbreaking, but trust me, there are gonna be some points in this that you're gonna definitely want to put to use in your business. It's gonna help you immensely when it comes to saving your time, especially. So when it comes to whatever industry you're serving, like for my company, Landscape Marketing Pros, the website domain is branded, actually registered a company. That is the name of the company. A lot of people will ask and have asked in my Instagram DMs as well as on our Facebook group and here in the comment section, can I just use my generalist agency to maybe create a page that's all about that specific industry marketing? And that could work, especially with the search authority with an older website to get in there. But I've had countless clients, including just this week, multiple of them that said that they're way more comfortable purchasing from my company and signing on board with us because we only work with their type of business. And it's just so much easier for them, and it's a lot more comforting for them to purchase a service program that's $17.50 a month because of the fact that they know that we can get them results, because that's the only types of companies that we work with. So I would suggest branding out a website. You maybe wouldn't necessarily have to create a company name at this point in time, at least maybe to start getting revenue for that particular business, then transfer it over, whatever you want to do, talk to your accountant on that subject. But I highly recommend getting that domain registered and then building out the site. Now the site is going to be very simple. You probably think it's going to be something crazy, complex. So many people screw this up. They follow what these fake gurus are saying, pitch and go high level, which I think is, I don't want to trash on the software, but it's not needed. I got to almost $31,000 monthly recurring revenue without any crazy complex software. Literally just a WordPress website, Elementor Pro, Calendly integrated with Zoom, and we're good to go. And that's pretty much all you need, whatever WordPress build you want to use if you don't want to go with Elementor Pro. So homepage, service page that basically is straight up just copywriting about what your program solves. It has nothing to do, we're not talking about SEO, we're not talking about pay-per-click. We want to essentially just build up the mystery so that we want them to read through the storytelling that we're doing. And again, that's a subject for another video. We're straight up not talking about SEO. We're not worried about rankings. We're not talking to our prospects about rankings or cost per click or any of those data points. We're just solving their problem. And ideally, whatever that program is, it might have SEO aspects of it, might have social media ads, whatever it is that you're doing, that solves their problem of helping them get more leads, get more sales, or grow their business. So beyond the homepage, service page, next step is an About Us page. Ideally have a photo of yourself on there for the prospects that do happen to navigate there. Most clients don't. With the next step that we get into, you'll see the way that we kind of build trust and that the About Us page really isn't even needed. But then also if you have testimonials, embed those on a page as well, if they're videos ideally. And then the Contact Us page, or at least for how they can get in touch with you. You do not want to have a phone number. You do not want to have a contact form on your website at all. And unless you're just getting started, if you have no testimonials, no results, you're just trying to get stuff coming in, then that might be okay. But if you have a couple clients and you're looking to scale, you need to take this seriously, and you need to set up some type of framing for your sales conversations that you're having. And so what do I mean by that? There's no phone number, there's no contact form, none of that stuff on my agency's website, and that's by design, because the fact that we want them to come through, fill out our questionnaire, start making micro commitments to saying yes to certain things and booking a call. Because I don't want to be playing email tag with somebody, talking to them on the phone. I don't have time for it. They don't. It's just not a good use of anyone's time. We get them into a sales call where we have a very good refined script where we go over and essentially assess what's going on with their business and figure out if it's going to be a good fit for them to work with us. I mean, that's a very short version of it. But that is going to save you a ton of time versus chasing these leads that come through, that submit their form, they're not interested, they don't even remember doing it, or whatever it is. You want them to book a call, have it integrated with Zoom so they get the notifications, they actually show up. And if we do the next step, which is what we're going to get into, you're going to have them coming to you very, very interested and wanting to buy. All right, so the third step is going to be building out a content marketing strategy. I know what you're thinking, this is a lot. If you want to build a business that's going to produce you 5 figures in monthly recurring revenue, you're going to have to do some things. If you have a budget of $100,000, $200,000 to throw into ads, then you can turn on ads and get them coming in. But if you're like me and you had $0 when starting out, that is not an option. It's straight up not an option because you just can't do it. So next best thing that you can do is put your labor into something that's going to work for you, ideally 24/7. So rather than doing cold outreach, cold email, cold messaging, all that nonsense, with all those labor hours going into that, and yes, you could do some crappy software and do that sort of stuff, I would highly recommend not, because again, you're coming in cold versus them coming to you. We want to be attracting leads coming to us, and what better way to do it than YouTube, bar none. Or maybe if you're, depending on the specific services you're offering, maybe it's another platform, maybe it's Instagram or Facebook even, or maybe even TikTok or something. I don't know. It depends on your industry where your prospects are hanging out. My prospects are hanging out on YouTube. It's probably similar for most home service industries, because these business owners are looking for ways to improve their business, whether that's related to the actual service, whether that's how they can more efficiently install a roof or manage their crews better, or this specific piece of equipment they're out there watching. And of course they want to grow their business, so that's where we can come in with our topics for videos: how to grow that type of business, how to use this tactic, and basically your format doesn't need to be anything crazy. It's just, we don't need to go into the cost per click, we don't need to go into anchor text or anything like that. We can just kind of go over the gist of it when it comes to the basics of understanding what's going on, and then we have a call to action to go book a call. Very simple. And so the coolest thing about this, though, is that when a business owner comes across the channel, they see that, one, we're on the channel, they know that this is probably who they're going to talk to, or at least this is the company, and they're niche specific. They know who they're going to be talking to when they do book a call, or have some idea of who it is, as opposed to you being behind the computer screen. It's a completely different conversation. Here's proof right here. What attracted you to want to schedule a call?
Well, just the success that I've been having. I mean, I was tempted as soon as I started following you to kind of reach out and just have you do it from the get-go, but that wasn't your advice. So I did exactly what you said. And then like the last 6 months, I mean, things have just taken off really. I mean, I've done 20,000 plus in sales each month with just me and one other guy, and I've been trying to bring on another employee, but it's been a little bit difficult. I've had a problem doing that.
You can see right there, he said he watched videos, did everything I told him. It got himself from being a startup company to right at the level where we can then take him on as a client. And then guess what happened? He turned into a client. $1,750 a month, monthly recurring revenue. It's about $21,000 in annual recurring revenue coming in from that one client, just from creating these videos. And yes, I've done it for multiple years with doing this, but if you get started now, and if you stick with it and do the right things for a year and you know how to sell, you will make a massive improvement in your business. The other thing that's huge with YouTube is uploading the testimonial videos from our clients onto our YouTube channel. And then we put them on there, and then all these business owners that are coming across it are going to see, okay, here's these guys right here, these guys. And for them, it makes it so much more relatable, because they see, hey, this guy's just like me. His company was very similar to my company size in terms of revenue, $200,000-$300,000. They helped us double our sales. They helped us add $500,000 or whatever it is. He's this very similar office setup, everything. Look, it's just so easy for them to relate, and it makes the sales so much easier by a long shot. And there's so many other factors that go into it in terms of how much better the leads are. When I ran ads and I tried it on Facebook, a ton of ads, I got leads coming in that were skeptics. They weren't showing up. They would show up on their phone when we need them on their computer, in their office, in a quiet environment. They're on a job site. There's a concrete side running in the background. There's equipment running. That isn't going to work. You're not going to be able to close them. Not a chance. So the fourth method to attracting leads and converting them into clients for your marketing agency in 2023 is going to be retargeting. So this is a really powerful strategy. I'm sure many of you have heard this before. Of course, e-commerce, this is huge, but with an agency, this is really unique. I don't see a lot doing this because of, I don't know why, but this is a cheap way to get in front of the people that left and didn't sign up to book a call. So what I would recommend doing is taking your testimonial videos, if you have them, and just creating Facebook and Instagram ads. You could do this on YouTube as well. You could probably even do this with Google Display. I don't do those two. I just do Facebook and Instagram for the time being. Maybe I'll do YouTube, but you'd have to, you don't have the room for text like you do with social media. So especially because of the fact that they may leave your website. If they go to your website, they leave, you can dispatch these ads in front of them. They may go over to social media because they wanted a dopamine hit. So Facebook to see some political crap or check this sort of stuff out on Instagram, whatever the case is. But what we can do is we can put our ads in front of them because they're going to somewhat remember us. A branded agency in their industry, there's not a whole lot of that going on, and the ad is going to stand out very, very well. And so here's an ad that you could set up very, very easily if you have testimonial videos. If you don't have testimonial videos, you're going to have to just get some testimonial videos. Go work for free like I did. Have videos on the channel talking about how to get your first clients, work for free, get the testimonial, and then you can start building the foundation from there. But this ad is just quoting what they said in the video, and then we go into a little bit of their story where they went from this sale to this number, and then this number, and then this number. And then we just say, hey, these guys experienced a 5x growth over the course of 3 years. Again, we're painting the picture into their mind that we want some long-term focus here. I don't want churn and bird ad clients for 4 months. I don't want that at all. My main focus is an SEO based business, because the fact that once they come on board and the results are really good, they're going to stay on board if things continue in that manner for many, many months, if not multiple years to come. And that turns into tens of thousands of dollars in revenue and profit. And that's what I want. So then from there, we just ask them, hey, when's it going to be your turn? From there, it's our basic call to action. Hey, if you're ready to truly scale your company, book out your crews and become much more profitable in the process. Again, these are things that prospects have told me that their problems are on our calls. That's how I know these things. And I know, obviously, because I had this type of business too, in very similar case with this, but you have to understand the problems that your industry is facing. So maybe it's something related to labor. Maybe it's something related to whatever it is. You got to get into the industry and figure that stuff out. But then you just say, hey, schedule your interview before your competitors see this. Again, a little bit more encouragement to get them to go faster, and then just click book now or the link right there, and it takes them right back to our sales funnel. And if they leave again, the ad's going to continue showing. And you don't need to have a crazy $1,000 budget with this. I think we have right now for like 3 campaigns running. I probably should put up a couple more of them with the testimonial videos, but it's around like $9 a day or something insanely cheap like that. And that's the beauty of having just a small audience. But when we sign a client, it's very valuable. So I really like that model, because we have one client worth tens of thousands of dollars, and the ad spend doesn't need to be anything crazy, at least on the retargeting side of things. So that is the 4-pronged strategy to attract leads to your digital marketing agency in 2023. So if you've not done all of these, I'd highly recommend that you start at a minimum with the first 3, and then we start getting leads and traffic coming in, then turn on retargeting, or you could even turn on retargeting right now. It's not going to really charge you anything because there's no traffic and they're not going to show the ads to anybody. So get all that stuff in place and start creating that content. That's going to be the biggest thing, because that's what's going to get you into the search algorithm. And then once you can start getting that traction, again, we don't need crazy views. We just need enough to come in, book a call, close them. Only 5-6 yeses, and you're at 10 grand a month. So that's the video. What I encourage you to do is go down below, register for the webinar. It's in the description as well as a pinned comment, and then click the bell for notifications so you know when all the newest content comes live. I have a lot of stuff that is in the pipeline coming here to the channel, because there's been so much that I've experienced over the past 2 years of growing this business from 0 to be over 300,000 this year with a really nice profit margin. So also be sure to follow me on Instagram. That is where I post if I don't have time to do a full video on here. So be sure to go there, join our Facebook group. And with that said, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.